Hi Pisces, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Pisces, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the Temperance card, which is amazing. This is about you tapping back into your powers and the spirit of alignment. In a lot of ways, I actually think this is you coming out the other side of what's been a little bit of an interesting moment for you, right? The other thing with the Temperance card as well, it feels for me like you're giving yourself back permission in order to want and therefore attract the things that you want more of. So this is about you really getting back into that manifesting space and asking yourself, where have I been getting in my own way? But more importantly, what am I ready to do about it now? The other thing with this Temperance card as well, I actually feel like this is... Usually Pisces avoids the drama, and I'm going to say, I'm really sorry to say, but I think this week you might be the one causing it. But it's the good kind of drama, right? This is where you speak up for yourself, where you lay a boundary, where you have patience with yourself and say, you know what, maybe I got this wrong, but whatever, I'm still human, I'm still on a learning journey, just like everybody else. I think this is a powerful or a very deep moment of honesty about what you want and what you actually need at the moment. So I'm here for it. If you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you, and if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. Also, for if you haven't seen the solar eclipse video I put out, check that out. Remember, they are processes, not events. Yes, they happen on a specific day, but they unpack over 3 to 6 months. Furthermore, if you haven't seen it, don't forget to check out the midpoint magic and madness into the multiverse video. Very, very important, because the time that we are in between eclipses, especially as we get into the 8th of this week, it's going to be, it can be a really weird time. So I put that out to help you navigate this time and help you utilize it to your best effect. Also, for those of you, if you haven't, don't forget as well, there will be the lunar eclipse video in Scorpio. So stay tuned. For your actions and options, you have the World card with the Temperance card. For a lot of you, this could be a time where you really are thinking about some sort of long distance travel. For some of you, this could be about wanting or needing to spend more time in a rural setting, where you can, where you can be in the bosom of nature, let's say. The other thing, that World card is really you stepping into your own mastery. And for some of you, this might see you going back to school, gaining a new qualification, doing, working on getting a new license or a new degree of some sort, or finishing up a qualification. It's like you're doing the most that you can, not maybe just to fast track the results, but to get the most out of it. It's like you're really doing really well with something, and your knowledge and expertise is going to be really evident this week. So when you get praise for it, take it on board. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Two of Swords. This, I kind of feel, especially with what I said about the Temperance card, I kind of feel like you may be the drama this week, and it's because you can see something brewing already, and it's like, you know what, let me just intervene now before this becomes a problem or an issue later. And people might protest to you like, oh, it wasn't a problem, I was all over it, I was in control of it, why are you, and you're like, yeah, I'm sure. This could be a week where you choose to intervene on something before it happens, rather than letting it play out and then doing damage control. It's like, no, you know what? I haven't got time for damage control. Let's just get in and do some preemptive strikes. Bam, bam, bam. This is also quite a psychic card. So I will say, when you're having your conversations this week, especially in-depth ones, pay attention to what the other person is saying, because you might see where some things need to be adjusted, or where they're actually getting a message. Like, you ever had the conversation with someone, this happens to me quite a lot actually, you're having a conversation with someone and they say something really profound that doesn't really fit with the conversation, and they're like, I don't know why I just said that, and you're like, yeah, I do. You know, there's obviously something bigger or deeper going on there. So listen to those little moments where, you know, someone says something or you have that feeling and you're like, okay, that was for me. For those of you that are studying or in any form of academia, I like this. I would go as far as to say that those of you that are studying, if you've caught a vibe from somebody that you are studying with or alongside, you wouldn't be wrong. I also want to say, if you are studying, when it comes to your studies, this might be a week where you're having to put how you feel about something to the side. The subject matter isn't personal, but you are being asked to interact with it. How you navigate that obviously is going to be down to you. When it comes to those of you that are employed by somebody else, I feel like for some of you, this could be, maybe you're deciding, you know what, I kind of get the feeling that this week it's going to be about whether you, like, I kind of feel like you've got everybody on probation this week. So you're kind of looking at your colleagues, your boss, the whole thing, and you're like, if everything's crap this week, these bitches have all got to go. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if things are still this crap next week, I'm out, right? I'm handing my notice in. Which could, you know, it's funny depending on which way you look at it. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this actually is you reaching further than you usually would. So maybe you're hitting up a client that you wouldn't usually. Maybe you are choosing to go after a celebrity client. It's like you're doing something this week that goes against the grain. And I think this is because there's either more self-confidence or you're choosing to break out of a specific rut that you're in. It's like you've looked at everything and said, you know what, there's a reckoning here, and I'm choosing to end the way that things have been up until now. So for some of you, you could be switching or changing a certain aspect of your business model, you know, and doing that thing with the swords. When it comes to those of you that are retired and no longer working for any reason, this would be a really good time for you to get clear on how your specific intuition speaks to you. Everybody's intuition is different. We all pick it up in different ways. You know, you could have 100 clairvoyants in the room and they'll all tell you something different about the way that they pull in their information. What I like about this for you is it suggests that, again, even with this whole you being the drama thing, I kind of feel like this is preemptive. It's like you're just looking at things and you're like, I know how this is going to go and I'm really not here for it. I'm cutting that now. Good for you. For your love and relations, you have the Sun card. All right, especially with the if your family, for those of you that are single and looking, if your family, your friends, or your network tried to set you up this week, it looks like they did a good job. You know, it's rare, but it happens. You know, sometimes people present you with someone and you're like, why? Why? Not this week. Your people, your friends, you know, whoever it is that's trying to set you up, they've done a good job, especially with the Sun card. And with the Temperance card, it could be a lot of fun, a lot of banter, it could be a lot of they could really challenge you though, and you might have to, they might actually highlight to you where you are a little bit rigid, dare I say, for a Pisces. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, that World card there, I almost get the sense that your partner is going to express some real pride in you this week. So maybe something that you've done, something that you've finished or created, they kind of look at this and then look at you and they're like, yeah, you know what, that was really well done. For some of you, this could literally be like some form of international travel that's coming up, or a connection to the overseas that is now becoming more prominent. For those of you that, and then for your money and materials, you've got the Knight of Cups. This is an offer, a solid offer that is increasing your financial prospects and yield. And I kind of feel like this is linked to this. It's like once you make this internal shift of the way that you're going to do business, or you're going to be at work, etc., your earning potential goes up. It's like the universe responds to you valuing yourself more by bringing you things, clients, people, work, or potential, more value for what you give or what you put out. For your physical health and vitality, if you are having anything like one night stands, etc., just enjoy yourself, but consciously, and just look after yourself, is what I'm trying to say. For those of you that are for your physical health and vitality, the Knight of Cups, especially with the Temperance card, could also be interaction with a health professional that has good advice or good info or good answers for you. And then for your home and environment, this could be welcoming people in. So this could be people that are coming to visit. It could be new friendships that are being formed. It could also be new insights that are coming in that have an impact on your living situation, about whether you're going to stay where you are or whether you're going to move on. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.